Well, I thought we were going to be talking about food, but it looks like we're doing gardening, are we?
Loads.
Alan Titchmarsh here with me. No, Phoebe Foran is here with me. Forager Feebee, what is all this?
These are all the dandelions that people are cursing in their garden, but I'm going to show you how to use
We're
them.
going to start eating them.
Yep.
That's coming up after the break. Now, wildflowers such as dandelions, although in abundance, can often go unnoticed for the many properties they possess.
Yes, so making sure we get the most from Mother Nature's Forager Feebee Foran. Good morning to you, Phoebe.
Good morning to you.
Dandelions, we've heard, I think mothers and grandmothers and going back would always sort of say, oh, yeah, dandelions, there's so much you can do with them.
Listen, we all had a granny who had a poultice or a remedy for something.
Exactly, with dandelion.
And really, when you look back, if you were to go back 100 years, the fields were actually grown. They were sown with dandelion because they were full of nutrition and goodness for our bodies. Because obviously they didn't have pharmacies to go into 100, 200 years ago, so they would have used what was growing in the land. So these guys...
what are the properties in it and what can we use them for?
These guys are fantastic. I'm a herbalist, and to me, every single part of a dandelion means that it is the perfect plant. The leaves, the stem, the flowers, the root, the whole lot, they will take care mainly of your vital organs, your pancreas, your kidneys, your liver. It tones them all up. So effectively, it's like sending them to Muscle Beach.
Oh,
and
Karen, we don't need anything else, just get the dandelions
get the
out.
dandelions.
Because we think of when you see dandelions, you think, oh, the garden's gone to rack and ruin, there's weeds everywhere.
Yeah, people, but this is the thing, this whole idea of a weed is just a flower where you probably didn't really want it to be. But when you look at them in a little bit of a different set of eyes, you'll realise actually there's goodness here and there's lots of things that I can do with them.
So will we start from, where did you start? The head of the flower? Work our way down?
Well, the flower as well. Like, I suppose when I was younger, I thought that the flower denoted the name dandelion because it looks like the mane of a lion.
Okay, yeah.
I was wrong. The name actually comes from the French dandelion, so teeth of a lion, and it reflects the leaf that its sharp edges make it look like the lion's teeth. So that's where the name comes from, dandelion. Now, this guy...
In Irish, it's Kaiservaughan, which is, you call a bitter, sour or bitter person. You can call it Kaiservaughan.
Absolutely.
How is it
No, I wasn't looking at you for that.
But
I wasn't looking at him when I said that.
How is that so different that it's not in Irish, but then it's the line of a teeth? Where did the mix-up
We
come?
lots of bitter people we needed names for in this country.
Well, with this one here, did you know that the petals of the dandelion are fully edible? And you can actually sprinkle them over your salad.
You have a salad.
You can actually pick them out and just give them a little sprinkle over instead of buying.
So you go out
these
to your
edible flowers.
garden and you can pick them all up and put them. Now wash them because
I was in the
cats
Dodder.
and dogs peeing
I was in the
on them
Dodder
and
at
stuff.
7 o'clock this morning in my dress, picking all these. You want to see the stage?
Were you?
Yeah. So you can pick these from your garden, put them all, sprinkle them onto your food. That means that you're going to be getting that bit of hit of nutrition into you in a very gentle way. You don't really taste it when it's in a salad.
I was going to ask, because it doesn't add anything to the flavour. No, it's just nutrients.
We eat with our eyes as well.
Yeah.
People like things to look pretty. Also, these leaves as well. If you were to eat one single dandelion leaf 30 minutes before your main meal, it will help your body to produce the perfect amount of bile so that you will process your meal at the right pace. So this is great for people with gut issues. Yeah.
One leaf of that.
Do you want to try it?
Go on.
No. So one leaf of that.
Eat that.
Go on, I'm going to eat it.
Just take a bite. Just take a bite. Now, it's very bitter. It's not going to taste great. But if you were to chop him up and pop him into your salad, is that lovely, is it?
It is bitter, isn't it? Back here.
But that's that bitter, that's what's creating
So what
the bile.
does it do? It creates bile, and then bile does what to your digestion?
Helps you to process your food. It helps everything to break down so you can process your meal correctly. So if you're suffering with any kind of gut issues, this is a great way to help your body to process your food.
And of course, like, people might know the dandelion and might know that when you seed them, then when they're not in season or when they're just about to go, they form the white head on them. We've all blown them. So there they are there, look.
So when we were kids, we would have always blown them and made a wish. We called them Ginny Joes.
Ginny Joes, yes,
but
exactly.
That's when the flower has gone to seed. So that's when all of these little yellow petals have died off and the plant is trying to repollinate itself again, and we would blow them.
And that's spreading the seeds around the pollen.
But there's actually a lovely element to this because the dandelion represents the 3 celestial bodies that are above us every day. So when it's in flower, it's like the sun.
Okay.
When it goes to seed and it's in that lovely white puffball plume, it looks like the moon. Mm-hmm. And then when we blow it and all the seeds
stars.
they're like the stars.
Very good.
So there's a lovely little story to it.
So the root, is it the root here then? What's so special about the root?
These lovely roots, once again, they're super...
pour this out?
These are super good for our bodies, but also they would have been used during the emergency years.
That's a big cup of coffee.
So during World War II, when we couldn't get coffee into the country, this is what they used, dandelion root. So you basically dig up your dandelion root, chop it up, roast it, and have a little taste of that now. Now, it's not going to taste like you're after popping in to the barista. Is that delicious, Ciarán?
Yeah, I can feel myself toning up as we speak.
Your liver is looking great.
Do you know what? I think if you were a coffee drinker, you'd sort of go, but it's not too bad.
No, it's bitter. It gives you that bitter hit that if you were drinking...
I'm still drinking it, actually. I don't know why I'm complaining.
But that's just an easy way to get it into your life. Now,
Sorry, go back to the root then. Is this what you do with this?
Yeah, I chop these up. So when I dig up my dandelion root, I chop them up, and I can... If I have a chicken in the oven or whatever, I put these on a tray in the base of the oven and just let them roast away. Okay. And then I can throw a spoon or two of them into my teapot, cover them in hot water. Effectively, it's a tea, but we call it a coffee.
I was going to say that because I've heard of dandelion tea. I've never heard of coffee.
We call it a coffee. We call it a coffee.
Well, what about the stems, right?
We
kind of skip the stem.
Here, it's really, really cool. If you've ever picked a dandelion, you will see that a white sap will appear.
Yeah, when you break it open.
That's actually latex.
What do you mean latex? Latex like in clothes?
Latex gloves. You know latex gloves? Yeah. So that white stuff, if you were to rub that onto your skin, let it dry, go again, let it dry, go again, let it dry. Eventually you'll be able to peel a sliver of latex off your skin.
That's kind of
and what good does that do to you?
It's a good party piece.
It goes to show how nature has inspired things that we use in our everyday lives.
Okay, wow.
Interesting,
All right. Actually, some great stuff there. So are you going to be making dandelion coffee now?
Yeah, I'll finish that one and then I'll make a full decision afterwards.
Okay, thank you so much, Forager Feebee. That's all we have time for today. What's on tomorrow's show?
Just going to be all latex. Can we just get that stuff on me right now? That would be fantastic. Coming up tomorrow.